Now, there's a reason why most B2B service providers will just never scale past 500K, but I'm going to walk you through how you can actually break through. Now, you might be in a situation where you're actually successful. You built a business that does $500,000 a year or close to that, and you're actually in the top 5% of service providers, but you're finding that you're now stuck. You're working more hours than ever, but your income's flatlined and you can't really see a clear path to that next level, to that million, 2 million. And the things that got you here, your network, your hustle, your personal relationships, they've now become the walls of your prison. Now, I've worked with countless B2B service providers who are trapped at this exact stage. Now, my company at Influx, we specialize in actually breaking past this bottleneck by building systems that actually allow businesses to scale predictably, which is how we can guarantee at least $50,000 in pipeline opportunity in just 90 days. So if that's of interest to you, I'll leave a link in the description box below for you to learn more. But in this video, I'm going to reveal the single bottleneck that keeps 95% of service businesses from scaling past that 500K mark. And I'll give you the blueprint for the system that you need to build to finally break through. Now, I've been in the space a long time, having amassed over 55,000 followers on LinkedIn, over 10 million impressions, with our clients' calendars looking full like this, their LinkedIn inboxes being full with qualified leads like this, and their Stripe dashboard being full with payments coming in like this as a result of the types of tactics we're going to be talking about today. So I do want to start off by being clear. The reason that you're stuck is not because you're not good enough at what you do. You are an expert. The reason that you're stuck is because the lead gen model that got you to this point is not the model that's going to get you to the next level. So getting from 0 to 500K is the stage mainly of manual labor. You basically built it on the back of your personal network, referrals, some happy clients, a bit of brute force, and maybe some one-to-one outreach. And it did work, but that model has a hard ceiling because there's only one of you and there's only 24 hours in a day. So getting from 500K to a million and beyond is the stage of the scalable system. It requires a machine that generates leads without your direct manual involvement day to day. It requires an inbound flow of opportunities that's not tied to your personal time and effort because you've maxed out the manual labor model. It's really time for an upgrade. So let's call the place that you're in right now basically the manual labor trap. And how do you know that you're in it? Really, there's three clear signs. First, your revenue is directly and linearly tied to your personal effort or that of your small team. So if you spend 10 hours networking or having to engage with your team and you get X amount of leads, if you want to 2X those leads, you then got to spend 20 hours in networking, and there's no leverage in that. The second is that you just can't really take a vacation. If you step away from the business for a week or two, your pipeline of new opportunities just dries up, and then the entire lead gen function rests on your shoulders, and it stops from the moment that you stop yourself, right? The third thing is that the only way that you know how to grow is by working more and not smarter. So you're already working lengthy hours a week, maybe 40, 50, 60 hours, and the idea of doubling your revenue basically feels impossible because you know you can't double your working hours, so you are now the bottleneck. Now, this trap is comfortable because it's what you know, but it's a death sentence for growth. Now, the only way to escape this trap is to build a system that basically decouples your time from your lead flow. So you need to build a machine that actually works for you 24/7, even when you're sleeping or on vacation. And that machine is a content engine on LinkedIn. Now, let's look at the math here. In the manual model, you spend 1 hour at a networking event and maybe you have 5 conversations. That results in 1 or 2 potential leads. That's a 1-to-1 or 1-to-2 return on your time, and then that time's gone forever. In the system model, you spend 1 hour writing a strategic piece of content on LinkedIn. That post gets seen by thousands of your ideal clients in the first week, but it doesn't stop there. It can get discovered in search for months and years to come. So that single hour of work can continue generating leads for you indefinitely without additional cost. So it's actually a compounding asset. That's actual leverage. Now, businesses that post weekly on LinkedIn get 2 times more engagement. So this just isn't about vanity metrics. It's actually about building a system that consistently puts your expertise in front of thousands of potential buyers. Now, let me tell you about a client, the owner of a marketing agency. It's a classic case study of this manual labor trap. He was stuck at around 40K a month in revenue, which is a great business, but he was working like 60 hours a week to sustain it. So his lead flow was just 100% dependent on referrals and his own personal outreach efforts. And he was just completely burnt out, saw no path to growth. We came in, we built a content engine for him on LinkedIn, optimized his profile, developed his core content pillars, and then started posting 3 strategic pieces of content each week. We combined this with a systemized outreach process that wasn't dependent on his personal involvement. And within 6 months, his agency scaled to $85,000 a month. More importantly, his personal working hours dropped from 60 to around 40, and he's continuing to come down. Now, the system was generating 15 to 20 qualified inbound leads each and every single month, whether he was at his desk or not. So he broke through this ceiling because he finally actually built a machine. So the choice for you is that you can either basically stay in the lane of the manual labor trap, where your income's basically always capped by the number of hours you can personally work, or you can decide to become the architect of a machine that actually works for you, generating leads, building authority, and creating predictable growth. Now, the blueprint for that machine is what I reveal in a free training. I'm going to show you the exact 3-part system that we use to build these content engines for our clients. The system that allows us to guarantee at least $50,000 in pipeline opportunity within 90 days or less. So if you're ready to stop being the bottleneck in your business and start building a machine that will actually allow you to scale, click the link I've left in the description box below, where you'll be able to watch a completely free breakdown of how this comes together. And if you have found this video helpful, please do take a second just to like it, comment, share, and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you on the next one.